Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. This video is going to be, well, awesome. From my point of view, we are drawing a whole hoard of latest Legends tokens and command points. We are finally to the day where we can draw to get our Iceman completed. He's at 12 covers now. We want to get him to 13 and many plus champion levels. Professor X is at one single cover in purple. I've had to wait on him so long since when Storm was in latest Legends. I was waiting for her to rotate out and finally get Carnage in here so I could build up character levels in a new 5-star Carnage instead of more levels in Storm. And we want to get Professor X done to 13 covers plus. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to draw as many as it takes to get that goal complete. And then we're going to stop once Professor X is champed, reevaluate what our total draws are, and go ahead according to plan from there. The total command points works out to be about 207 draws, I think. So if you add that together, we are looking at a potential for over 365 draws, 366, to get our 5 stars leveled up and champed. I'm so excited to get this done. If you guys are jumping in the live chat for the premiere of this video, thank you very much. I'm going to be on there chatting along with you guys live to watch the results come through. And of course, I'm recording this just a little bit ahead of time to get it uploaded and good to go for you. So before we get into this action, just a real quick bit, I want to give people time to get caught up to the live premiere. But I do want to show really quickly what we need to do for our targeted hero selection. So that's the new thing. Bonus heroes have gone away. It's kind of evolved into a targeted hero system. This is the way I have it set right now. On the 3-star level, it's just Iron Fist, not a big deal. He's just lower. I'm trying to get him up to the 250s. Now, when we draw legendary tokens, every time we draw a legendary, we will get shards toward 4 stars and shards toward a 5-star of your choice. So it goes to a specific character or characters that you've chosen. You can have more than one. I strongly suggest that you just probably choose one character, get all the shards that you need on them, and then you can buy their cover when you get enough shards. 4 stars require 400 shards to buy a cover that you want, and you can pick the color. 5 stars require 500 shards, and of course, once again, you can pick the color of the cover you want to purchase with the shards. So Chavez needs 4 covers to make it to the next level. She's at 51 shards. So depending on how many covers we draw for her organically, just natural draws from her, that's going to cut down on how many total shards we need. So I need to have you guys help me watch that. And once we get up toward 400, I might slow down on her, change the target hero to somebody else, and wait for the 4-star shards to build up elsewhere and get her done. When she hits level 350, she's going to earn a Jessica Jones cover. Now, on to Okoye. Well, I just want her as my bonus hero for a long time. I want to build her up in natural levels. But as we build up shards toward Okoye, if we get an off build on Professor X, for example, like a lot of people have been getting a very uneven build on him and Iceman, I might want to stop, switch my targeted hero selection over to Professor X, and then I can always come back to Okoye later. They're pretty much the only two I'm concerned about building up. So I've got a unique situation where I might just be fine with 2 characters that I'm working on at the same time. Now, so a quick look at the 5-star area. If you've watched me plenty before, thank you very much. I have every 5-star character championed that is in the classics pool of things. That was a goal I met at the game's 6th anniversary right at the end there, so that was fantastic. I have been waiting on 12 covers for Iceman for quite a while, 1 cover on Professor X as we stated, and I haven't gotten Carnage even rostered yet. Guaranteed we're going to do that today. Hopefully we don't run overwhelming overwhelmingly hot on Carnage compared to the other guys. So, that all said, we are ready to dive into it, guys. I want to make a quick note of where my assets are here on as far as ISO and hero points, and of course total command points of 5195. So we're going to draw all of our regular legendary tokens first. We're going to do all of them for sure. It's 159, and we're going to earn a lot of shards, watch how things go, reevaluate, and see how many more command points we're going to draw after that. I think we're ready, guys. We've been waiting months for this. A lot of us have anyway. Greatly looking forward to it. We ran hot on our warm-up video that happened right before this. I uploaded that. Make sure you check it out if you could, please. That viewer luck is going to run right into the latest legendaries. If you guys are ready, we are going to start with draw number 1 in about 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Draw number 1. Hit it. First character of the legendary Hoard Pull is Ghost Rider. Excellent. All right, so that is a nice start, and here is the display that we're going to get on every single draw. You're going to be presented with the shards you've earned, so you can see the character that you've got selected build up as you go. So hopefully you don't, run into a situation where you're surprised about how many shards you have and go over or something like that, because if you were working on America here for 400 shards and then you wanted to switch to somebody else and you forgot and you're up into the 478 shards or whatever, they're stuck on her. You can't move that difference of 78 to a different character. So be careful. It's not going to take a whole lot of work, but just be mindful when you see these pull up to, manage your selections and go from there. Claim it. The problem is we're going to see that targeted hero thing pop up every single time. Draw number 2 is Wiccan. Awesome. Okay, I'd like to build him up. I'm going to try to close that second window pretty fast. So here's our mini game, guys. Who do you think is the first 5-star that we're going to pull? Is it going to be Iceman? Is it going to be Professor X? Is it Carnage? And as we go, just pick right now. Pause it, put it in the comments of the actual video comments, or in the chat if you're on live, and put in your guess of a 4-star character that you're going to see. We're going to look at all the guesses for what you've put in, and whoever gets their character correct, I'll try to mention you live as we go for fun, and see who wins. So pick the 5-star we're going to get first, pick a 4-star out of everyone, and let's get on to draw number 3. Endgame Thanos. Awesome. I actually really like his passive ability more than I think most people. I think he's going to play well with Carnage and potentially against 5-star Carnage going forward. All right, so draw number 4 is 4-star Carnage. How appropriate. Cool. So we started with 159. Let's count these down. Number 5 is a Quake. Number 6. How many draws do you think it's going to take to get a 5-star? Ironheart. All these are going to be excellent levels. My 4-stars are really catching up into the decent 300 plus realm. 4-star Professor X. How funny we're getting those 4-star versions of the characters leading up. Maybe we're going to get a 4-star Iceman before we get a 5-star. Maybe not. Maybe this is it. Hopefully this is our Iceman or Professor X. We're going for those guys more. A little bit more than Carnage. Has a lot more time in latest Legends. But this is it. Our first 5-star is here. We got it within the first 7 draws. Who do you think it's going to be? Put it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is the brand new 5-star Carnage. No surprise. We got him off the bat. I am afraid we're going to run hot on him compared to the others, but we'll see. Claim it. Got the 5-star nailed already as we go on draw number... Did I say within 7? I think that was draw number 8, wasn't it? Cool. Okay. So we should pretty much expect a 5-star about 1 in every 7 pulls. As you can see, the odds are 1 in 7 roughly, which is actually 15% chance. So it's not exactly 1 in 7, but it's right about there. All of the 4 stars are included in here, except for the brand new Wolfsbane is not yet in tokens, not till next season. Unfortunately, she was too new to get in, and your shards are presented here at the top now in the pack info page. All right, next draw is Agent Venom, Talos, purple ability. We have 10 draws down. Here's number 11, Black Panther. Very nice to level him up. Blade. It's going to take a while if I have something to say about everyone. Thanos again. And Emma Frost. Thought at first that was going to be Iceman. I was about to laugh at that. X-Force Wolverine, good hit. And we get the 4-star Juggernaut. Very cool. Love to build up new characters as quickly as possible. Nightcrawler, good level for him. He's one of my higher top 10 characters overall anyway. I think we're due for a 5-star. Could this be it? Not yet. Close to a 5-star. It's Craven. I actually like Craven a lot more than other people, but he has more specific uses than just general use ability, I think. Hey, I wanted to stop and point out, you see the on the image of Carnage down below with the 141 tokens, you see the X18. That means how many shards you get whenever you draw a token. No matter what, you're going to get 18 shards. But be careful, because what that really means is you're getting 15 shards toward a 4-star and three shards toward a 5-star of your choice. So it says there's 18 there. I would much rather see that say presented as 15 of one and 3 plus the other. It's a little perhaps misleading, perhaps not if you know what you're getting into. Domino, nice. I think Domino in my previous video, the one before the warm-up, was my last natural bonus hero, or one of the last. Blade, 139. So we're 20 draws in and we've only gotten one 5-star. I think we're going to catch up here pretty quick. And a Peggy Carter. That's going to be so good when we add that in. She's on the verge of a 5-star character reward in her champ levels. And there's a draw of America. Chavez cover naturally. So that means we only need 2 more natural draws, because we need 4 total minus this one, minus the one we're earning with shards. That means out of the 4 we only need 2 more natural draws. Mockingbird, and let's see, where is Chavez at? So she's really close there with her shards already. Kind of small to see it. Another Blade, that's 3 already in this run. Kingpin, don't get me concerned about our draw rate for 5-stars. There it is. We got the 5-star, guys. All right, who do you think it's going to be? Who's going to get this guess right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on. Iceman. Nope, Professor X, and it's his black power. That's great. That is, now we have his purple and his black. He is finally at 2 covers. And I didn't mention, but Iceman is at 552, 12 covers, so I need his blue more than anything, but I plan to build him up quite a bit anyway, so we'll get it eventually. There is a Jean Grey. X-Force Wolverine again. I better take a closer look here at the shards. Infinity War Spidey. Worked on him a long time. So now take a quick look at Chavez. She is now well over the 400 that we need for her cover. So we got to be careful as we get the shards toward... Wow. Wow. We really have to be careful now. Here's the situation people are worried about. So now I got another natural draw of Chavez. And I'm working in towards shards of the second targeted hero cover. So I hope we get more shards. sooner than we get another cover for her, right? Then I'll go over my plan. It's not going to be a huge deal for me. I don't have another character that I really, really need to get set as my targeted hero. Iron Fist and Elektra there. But if I was still working in the 3 and 4 star realm on the roster, like a lot of you guys are, another domino, then getting your targeted hero shards built up perfectly and then switching it who you need to go to next, that'll be a big deal. There's our third 5 star. Could this be Iceman? Who do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another Carnage, and it's I think that's his second green cover now. We need to try to get his red and black. Rocket and Groot, awesome. There's another 5. Now we're back on track for our total odds. Go! Another Carnage, and it is his black ability, so I believe he's at 201. 3 covers total. Now we have more covers on Carnage than Professor X. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get that Professor X. Could it be him this time? Got the 5 star, and it is Iceman's blue. That's perfect. So he is actually at a nice 13 build. I do have one saved cover, so he is at 13 plus 1. But getting that cover drawn naturally is so great. We didn't go lopsided on him. And okay, so America's at, what was that, 621? That could be presented a lot bigger than that. Try to get her shards built up before we get her drawn again naturally. At 80 plus characters, you know, the chances are slim, but if we're making so many draws, you know how that's going to go. Another Panther there. There's our first 4-star Thor of the night. And how's Okoye coming along? Is that 120 out of 500? Sounds good. Second Craven. And a Bishop. All right. So with the targeted hero system, I do think it's pretty well thought out. I think if you plan it and run things, I never will get an Ant-Man purple from a token, but I'll take a yellow. If you plan your targeted heroes correctly, I think everything is going to be fine. It might take a little more management than you wanted, but it's not going to be too bad. It's going to take a while to build up characters, and you'll see the numbers come through and not necessarily go over too often. Namor. So let's get a couple more draws in here, and then we'll take a quick break. There we go. Vulture. He needs, I think, one more level to earn a 5-star Spider-Man. There is a Medusa. That's going to go into my duplicate build of Medusa. And I have nearly max champ ready to go. That needs one more cover. Got another 5. All right, so this is what we need to do. We need to root for Professor X and try to get him caught up to the others. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, another Iceman. I'm fine with building him up. Don't worry about that at all. That was part of the plan. 4-star Carnage. And another Medusa, and it is another red. That's interesting. So I think my duplicate is going to go over 5 in red. So that might be the cover that maxes out makes my first one a max champion. And another Medusa, and it's another red. That is ridiculous to get the same color twice in a row out of 80 characters with 3 colors each. Tell me what the odds on that are. Nutso. So let's stop right there for a second. We're at 109. We've drawn 50 tokens so far. Let's see where we're at with our targeted heroes. We already know Chavez is at... Oh, this is perfect. We got up there quick. We got up there so quickly. I wasn't ready for this. Nice. I'm going to lose 1 shard by transferring over to somebody else. But that is just fine. We're going to spend 400 shards now. And 400 shards again. And she's at 348. I know we already have 2 covers for her on the other side of things, so it's a good thing that we stopped right there. I'm going to switch my 4-star targeted hero and probably put it on Rocket and Groot for now. Get them built up closer to 360 plus, and then maybe we'll decide to put it on a newer 4-star. I'm not sure exactly who we need to worry about yet. It would be nice if Wolfsbane was selectable, but she's too new. So for as a default selection, Rocket and Groot is going to be a fine choice going forward. All right, good thing we stopped right there. Back to the action. Let's go. So that 1 shard on Chavez is going to sit there probably forever. Got a Nova for the first time tonight. And a 5-star. Okay. Let's see who this is. If it's not Professor X, we might need to switch things around. And go. It is a Professor X, and it's his purple. That's his coolest ability, in my opinion. Very nice. Okay, so I don't have Professor X blue. And Okoye is at, what, 156 total shards? Yeah, we'll keep going a little bit. Winter Soldier. Nick Fury. We get the new Spider-Man 2099. Cool. Love to get levels on new characters as fast as possible. Red Hulk. My lucky sidekick would be smashing the ground right now with the big Hulk smash. Prowler. Nice hit. Ghost. Speed things up a little bit. I know it's going to take forever to get through all this, especially with our extra window that's going to keep popping up. There is Sandman. With 100 tokens remaining, we get a Cyclops, one of my favorite characters in the game overall. Second Juggernaut of the night. Another Infinity War Spidey. I built him up a whole bunch. Let's see where we're at here. Prowler again. And Rocket and Groot are moving up nicely. Okoye is at... Maybe we'll take her up to about 200 shards and then switch things over. And probably want to set it onto Professor X because I don't want him to run behind Carnage by too much. And I want him to... we'll collect Gwenpool there. I want Professor X to be able to... pick the color we need if we run up to 12 covers and have enough draws in line. It takes about 167 draws, I think, to get enough shards for a 5-star, which is equivalent to a bonus hero. Another Gwenpool. Okay. Black Widow. And a Lockjaw, and let's see, there it is. Okay, Okoye's at 200. She is, 40% of the way to earning a free cover. That's great. Let's stop things quickly. And if I could go to the right area. Just for a second here, let's put our bonus, or our targeted hero selection on Professor X, and take it off of Okoye temporarily. So her shards are just going to completely sit there and wait, but I'm fine with that. Let's get into making sure that Professor X gets the shards he needs. There we go, Mysterio. And the shards are going to build up that way. Let's see. Why did he go back to Chavez? Anybody know why? I took her off, correct? Claim? Did I leave her on and didn't deselect her? Oh, man, I did. Dead shards situation. That's right. I put Rocket and Groot on, but I didn't deselect Chavez. All right. Well, maybe seeing a mistake like that will help you guys avoid that situation yourself. Let's continue. All right, every shard now is definitely going to be Rocket and Groot, as opposed to if you had multiple chosen, it would be random. Another Mysterio. More Star-Lord. And the 5-star Professor X, we got his purple. Happy to see that. Some people are getting a rough build on his purple. Mine is turning into a little bit low on his blue. Back-to-back 5 stars, guys. You did it. Place your bets now. It feels like Carnage to me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is a Carnage, and it's his red. I actually think his red looks pretty cool. It's inexpensive and does some potential AoE or kind of like that, team damage. There's a Drax. And a Moon Knight. Love him as a character in the game. Another Mysterio. I think that's number 3 out of about less than 20 draws for him. Third Domino of the night as well. Funny to see some characters come in so above average, and we haven't hit a whole bunch of them yet so far. Another Vulture leads into a 5-star. All right, let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charles. It's an Iceman, and it's another blue, so we would have been taken care of anyway. Great. Running way too hot on Medusa, especially her red. But that means I'll be able to, I think if we get her purple cover, we need her purple, I'll be able to champion her duplicate. That'll be my first 4-star dupe that I'm able to champion ever after just over 4 years in the game. Another Mockingbird, but we need the Medusa purple to be able to do that. Iron Fist, and another 5-star. Go! Professor X black. Very nice. Okay, so that's coming in good. We need some Professor X blue. Let's do it. Mordo. Captain Marvel Carol. Awesome. More Juggernaut. We'll see how much time we have at the end of this. Another Mockingbird. If we're going to add in our character levels today, or maybe we'll split that out into a separate video. There is a Cyclops and a 4-star Carnage. More Bishop is always good. Ghost Rider. It actually kind of depends on Bishop and Worthy. Hammer Cap. Another Juggernaut. Because it... if you get them too high, their jump in front passive ability doesn't trigger as easily with damage coming against you. There we go, another 5-star, and it is going to be Professor X's blue. Thank goodness we plugged that gap, so we guarantee we have his blue finally to be rostered, and that means if we run into trouble on his blue, that's what these shards will help with. We can save up for those shards and purchase a color that runs lower than others as we go. Another 5-star. And it's another Professor X and his purple. Wow. Is that purple at level 4 now? I think. We can go back and look. First Yondu of the night. Getting a whole lot of Carnage. I tell you what, as we go, I'd rather get more 4-star Carnage than 5 if it means we're going to get a higher result on our other 5 stars as a ratio of Carnage to not. There's our first Nico. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Nico in the game. Nightcrawler, a lot of fun. His purple ability is just absolutely amazing. Gamora, first time we've seen 4-star Gamora tonight. Valkyrie and more Nightcrawler, apparently. Kate Bishop. All right. She is still she's a feeder for 5-star Hawkeye. There is Captain America, Worthy Cap, Hammer Cap, Jump in Front Cap. Nice hit on the brand new character. Emma Frost and Ghost Rider. Cloak and Dagger, first time tonight. Eddie Brock Venom. And another Chavez. We got it naturally. So it's okay, we're going over, but what that means is I spent way more shards than I needed to on her to ensure the level I was going to go for in the first place, which is level 350 for a Jessica Jones cover. And of course, it's not a big deal for me to go over on shards on a character that I'm already going to work on anyway. But now I'm gonna, now I'm gonna have more levels in her than I would have needed to. Could have used the shards elsewhere. Hey, stop complaining. We got a 5-star, and it is going to be Professor X Purple. All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about purple. I believe that's his 5th cover there. We need to really work on blue and black for him. Cyclops. It would be super great if the developers work on more 5-star feeders. And if that's the case, it would be excellent if Charles would get a feeder, maybe from his 4-star self or whatever. Moon Knight, Invisible Woman, and somebody else I missed in there. Got another 5. All right, who's it going to be? We're probably overdue for a Carnage now, but I will take either of the other two as well. Go. Another Iceman. That's going to put him at about 4 champion levels, I believe. Nice to get him built up. He's already got decent health and really pretty strong match damage on his yellow, blue, and green colors. First 4-star Deadpool of the night. Can't get enough Craven, apparently. Thing. Haven't seen him yet. Star-Lord. There is our first Sabretooth. Love to build him up, of course. Really kind of a fan favorite new character. And a Black Cat. We're on a roll of newer characters. Spider-Gwen happens to be one of my longest, it took the longest to champion. Her and Miles were toward the end of my roster champion run. Another Carnage. 2099. Good hit on the new guys once again. 4-star Carnage actually is a 5-star feeder for Doc Ock and not 5-star Carnage. I don't know if that would ever change. Got a Ronin Hawkeye. Cool. Claim it. So where are we at? So Professor X is almost at... He's working his way towards 200 out of 500 shards. Awesome. And Rocket and Groot are really in good shape with all those extra shards built up. Got the 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another Iceman. Cool. So I haven't tracked our numbers yet to see if our draw rates is in line with the 15% or about 1 in 7 odds. It feels like we might be a little bit behind still. Valkyrie. Maybe we caught up there. We hit a few 5-stars in short batches too, so maybe we're right in about the 14 to 18% maybe. Another Chavez. If we keep going at this rate, she's going to hit the next level to get another Jessica Jones. Jessica will be the first 5-star character on my roster to hit level 470. So I'm hoping that widens my MMR a little bit, the matchmaking, where I can see a little bit bigger rostered enemies for bigger points. Another 2099. Cool. Lockjaw, we're down to 28 tokens remaining. Another Mysterio. Have we gotten any character guesses that you put in at the beginning of this? X-Force Wolverine. Another worthy cap. That's awesome. Mr. F. First time tonight, I think. Or did we get one already? Maybe I had one I blew past there earlier. And Ghost leads into another 5-star. Let's root for Professor X Blue. And it is Carnage Red. Awesome. Okay. Another Juggernaut. We're running down on tokens here, guys. Nebula for the first time tonight. We only have 20 legendary tokens remaining until we start having to hit our command points. Cloak and Dagger. 4-star Human Torch. Cool. New character. First time for him this evening. And there we go. Another 5. Come on. Let's do it. Iceman. He is going to be probably, this is going to put him into the top 10 strongest characters on my roster with all these extra levels. Another Ronin Hawkeye. So I wondered, should I just, since Iceman was to the point where I got him to 13 covers plus, I could have decided to stop, wait for him to move to classics, and then save my Hoard for later and pull when it's just Professor X, Carnage, and the very next 5-star in here. But I think with all the Hoard I've got built up, I think I'll be able to rebuild things up quite a bit toward that point anyway. We're going to be just fine. And from what I've heard rumblings, the new 5-star that could be coming out next, if anything, rumor-wise is even correct, could be kind of cool. So I can't give out any info, but from what I've heard, it's a good idea. Coulson, Quake, Nico, another Cyclops. We're going to get a lot of great champion rewards from all of these characters that we add in. Another Coulson, and a 5-star. Okay, I think we're going to get another Professor X here. We'll see. Let's see what your guesses are. And go. Another Iceman. Wow, maybe I am going to get to the point where I need to stop, and he's getting too high of a level in comparison to the rest of my roster. I mean, it's not going to hurt. I just don't want to, quote-unquote, waste draws on Iceman that could have been for other 5-stars. Miles Morales, is that the first one of him that we've seen so far? Mr. F. Thor, can we get another 5-star before we are out of tokens? Spider-Woman. Iron Spidey. And, okay, we're getting to the point where we're close to our 3 covers earned on Rocket and Groot. I think I had about enough space for 8 to 10, so that I'm not going to be worried about that. I don't have anyone else to put it on. And Professor X is coming along. He's going to be at close to 300 shards here by the time we're done. Star-Lord. And we did get a 5-star before we're out of tokens. And it is Professor X, and it's his purple. So that's going to be up and above the 5 we need. But once again, that's okay. We're going to champion him eventually. Just need to get to work on that blue and black. But we get another 5. I bet it's Carnage, and I bet it's his green. Nope. Iceman, yellow. Couldn't have been further off, but I'll take that, of course. Quake, and our last token is Mysterio. Very cool. All right, so we're going to just take a quick overview here. We've got 321 total rewards, 4 stars. I'm not going to sell them, of course. 138 4 stars. And we have, be careful, 21 5 stars. So 21 5 stars out of... Yep, we're a little bit low on our draw rate. It's not horrible, but it's about 13.21% on the 5 stars out of what we've drawn so far. So not out of control, but a little bit on the lower side. Maybe when we get into the command points, it's going to speed up just a little bit. Let me pause the video for just a second. I'll be right back, and then we'll jump into the action with the command points. Okay, just wanted to pause it there for a second to get a quick drink and put in my stats of the total draws from the legendary tokens. Let's jump right into it with the command points side of things. We have 5,202 total CP. Let me, I didn't update that yet. We're going to draw potentially down to just 2 remaining command points. I hope we can save some and get Professor X done, but we need to work a lot on his black and blue covers. All right, guys, let's get that viewer luck kicking in and get our draw rate up over 15%. Number 1 on CP is Gamora. All right. Let's see. Where's Professor X? 279 shards. over halfway to a cover we can purchase, basically like earning a bonus hero. 4-star Professor X. Some of you might be saying, why don't you put your bonus hero on Bishop or Worthy Cap? I'm going to let those guys ride. I'm not going to force them higher like some people have done. It's okay if you do. I do play Kitty and Rocket and Groot plenty in PvP, so might as well get those guys near maxed before moving on to others. TA Hulk, is that the first one tonight? Maybe we had one before, I think. Wiccan was early on. Another Prowler. And there's our first 5-star finally. Okay, there we go. Let's root for, think in your mind, let's try to target our draws toward Professor X blue and black. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's another Iceman. So that's going to be, what, 6, 7 champion levels on Iceman. If we get to the point where he's got about 10 champion levels, I'm going to need to think about taking a stop and waiting for Iceman to maybe rotate out and work on Professor X later. But we've got a long ways to go. Let's hit it. Another Worthy Cap. That is cool to get natural draws of that guy early without feeling like I over-bonused him. Deadpool. Iron Fist. Elektra and Ironheart. So maybe, you know, as things have been going along, I should have had Professor X as my targeted hero all along instead of starting with the 200 shards that went to Okoye. Got the 5-star. Go! Carnage Red. So maybe I should have stopped and taken a quick look. We'll keep going a little while before we stop and look and see where the 5 stars are at. There's a natural draw for our Bishop. And we're back to a 5. All right, let's get that viewer luck running hot. And go. Professor X purple. We don't necessarily need his purple. I don't mind champion levels in him. His health is a lot lower than other characters, but he's got a super match damage defense with his passive black ability. But we got another 5. Unbelievable. Who's it going to be? Carnage Red. All right. Carnage is coming along pretty well. I think we're real short on his black ability. Got a decent number of red so far and a couple green, I think, right? Hulkbuster. Domino. Domino and Cyclops have been pretty hot tonight. Some of you might say they're always hot. I don't know. Another Peggy Carter. Another 2099. Okay, as far as new characters, we've definitely ran above average on him. And that's our first main event Hulk of the evening. My lucky sidekick would be going nuts right now to see that guy come through. Another Moon Knight. And Human Torch, another Jim Hammond. Got the 5. Okay, guys, let's try to direct this in the right way. We really don't need Iceman, so let's try to think as much as we can about Professor X and maybe even the Carnage colors we need. Hit it. And it's Carnage Green. Okay, so that fills in a little bit of a gap. We avoided his red there. Now we need to root for his black and Professor X black abilities. We got another 5. Things are moving in the right direction. And it's another Iceman, so he is just going to be leveled up a bunch. Whoa! All right, viewer luck, you are on it right now. Got another 5. Am I going too fast for your being able to put in your guesses of who it's going to be each time? Sorry if I do, just getting a little excited. And it's going to be Carnage green. All right, so let's take a short, quick. I'm not going to waste too much time, but I want to get into the 5 stars. Once again, we've got a total of 28. Carnage green, green. 3 red. 4 red. Black, green, green. Okay, so we're running really pretty good on Carnage, actually. Just obviously low on black overall, but total covers is looking pretty good. And we just have too much purple for Professor X. We only have 1 blue. We have black. 2 black, 1 blue, and the rest purple. Okay, so let's keep going. We're going to press our luck here a little bit. Get in the right spot, Rick. Here we go. Eddie Brock Venom. Winter Soldier. Spider-Gwen. Hulkbuster and Peggy. Seeing a lot of repeats now. And is that the first Shuri? I would really consider putting her my bonus hero or targeted hero. She probably will be once I know Rocket and Groot have caught up quite a bit. And maybe we should do that here pretty soon. Let's see where we're at. So Rocket and Groot have over 2,000 some shards. It's going to be 5 covers plus some into the next. We'll try to round him out to the next nearest cover level, and then maybe I think we will switch it over to Shuri. Black Widow and a 5-star. Okay, guys, hit it. Another Iceman. He is just gonna be so tough as you know, on my roster anyway, compared to the others. Oh, way to go! I think we're catching up on our draw rate big time now with the command points. The viewer luck is rolling hot. Professor X blue, you did it, guys. We got his blue. That's so great. Now, when we get his targeted, his target shards enough to up to 500 to buy the cover we need, we can safely get one of the other colors to 3 if it was stuck at 2. Very cool. We had 2 black and now we have 2 blue, right? That's great. So here's what we're going to do. On the very next Professor X black or blue, that will mean he is up to 12 covers. Or is it 11 plus the 12th would be the one we're going to buy? That it'll be really close. We're not as worried about getting Carnage to 13 covers yet. And there's another 4-star. Mysterio. So let's go until we get another Professor X, and that's going to determine how much further we go in this venture. 4-star Iceman, I mentioned him earlier. Thanos and Ironheart. Gamora and T.A. Hulk. 3902 total command points remaining. Kate Bishop. Where are we at? So Professor X is at 435 shards. At only 3 shards apiece, we have quite a ways to go until he is up to the point where we can purchase that remaining cover. But I guess we really don't have to be in a huge hurry. And then Rocket and Groot is catching up quite a bit to 2,500 total shards. So maybe whoever gets there first, we know it'll be Rocket with the total number. Oh, this could be it, guys. This could be Professor X. This could be the one we need. If it's going to be, it feels like it's going to be a Carnage. If it is, let's root for black, I think, or green. If it's Professor X, you want to think and try to channel our color into blue or black. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Carnage red. I think that puts him at level 5 in red. Another Ghost Rider. And another 5. Doing great now. Let's hit it. Professor X blue. That's so great. Okay, so all right. What do we want to do? Could we potentially be to the point where we can almost stop for the night? Look at the shards. Claim it. All right, we're probably going to continue for a little bit, but let's double check something here. Let's move over to our 5 stars. It's easier to see the shards here. 447. So one more draw, no matter who it is, he'll be at 450. And that would mean 27 more. Not 27. Why am I having trouble with this? It's 50? We would need just 51 more shards, 17 more draws to get him up to 500. So needing 20. Yeah, you know what? This is the thing where we're already building up a huge balance in shards on Professor X. So do you really want to continue to draw for a certain point? Can you earn shards elsewhere to get the cover you need? And then if that's the case, then you can save these draws now and not build up the shards from these tokens if you can get them elsewhere in the game. Obviously, Iceman has enough levels. Carnage is to a point where I can level him up a bunch, but doesn't have to be at 13. And let's just continue just a little bit more. Let's watch Rocket and Groot's shards come through. They're at what, 2,400. That's perfect. Okay, I should have noticed that before. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is switch Rocket and Groot off as our targeted hero. Let's double check I can see the number correctly. Yeah, that's perfect. Very good. So make sure and switch them off this time, Rick. You can't unselect somebody until you select someone else, perhaps? Yep, feels like you can't. All right, let's go find Shuri down here. She's going to be my new targeted hero for quite a bit of time, maybe nearly forever. And there we go. Okay, so I would have to have done it there instead of clicking on the other icon. All right, cool. So we'll buy those covers later, but now that we've got Shuri selected, that's great. And once again, we've got Charles at 450 out of 500. I know I'm taking too long with this, but we got, man, look at that. 2 blues in a row there at the end to work it out perfectly. Blue, blue. We know purple's going to work out. And that's 3 blues, black, and black. So, he's not at 13 yet. So we need to root for another Professor X of pretty much any color, but let's root for blue or black still, so we don't get trapped with too many purple. And there we go. Shuri is now earning shards. And we're going to go until Professor X hits another Chavez, until he hits those, 501 total shards. Another 2099. Unbelievable. Got the 5. I think this is going to be Iceman. We don't need more Iceman. And of course it is. That's okay. He's going to be fun to play. I already have had a whole lot of fun with him at 12 covers for a long time. Nova. And another 5. Guys, the draw rate's got to be coming along. Carnage, green. Cool. What are you talking about? Viewer luck is too kind to me. got another 5. This could be Professor X after the other 2. Could it be? Another Iceman. Oh. Whoa. He's going to be leveled higher than he needs to. But we still have 3,500 command points. It feels like we're doing pretty good total overall. Got a Luke Cage, Ironheart, Sandman, and Drax, and a natural Rocket and Groot. Let's double check those shards. Is this the one? Oh no, he needs okay, he needs a couple more. No reason to stop now. We get another 5-star. Come on, Professor X. Carnage red. Oh man, that's tough. I don't want to go over too much in his red, but it's, you know, gonna be eventually a champion level anyway. Jean Grey. 495, guys. I think we have 2 more draws, and I think we're gonna stop for a while for the night. Last draw after Jean Grey. I think this is it. And another Jean Grey, 2 back-to-back. That puts Professor X. You can see his icon lit up green there, or the status bar on the shards is full at 500. That means we can buy his blue or black cover, and I think, are we still 1 short? That's fine. We're going to split this up into separate videos, claim it, and go from there. Awesome. Okay, so let's level up our characters. We're going to do that now. We've got so many to get through. I'll try to fly through it as much as possible and see how we did on our total draw rates. 3327 command points remaining means we earned, I don't know how many 5-stars we got from that run. We'll take a quick look here. What's the math on that? 36 now, where we had 21 before. That means we got 15. Yep, we kicked it up to a 20% draw rate from command points, guys, for 5 stars total. Blended with our other draws, where we got 21 5-stars out of 159 draws, we're probably right about that 15%. It's going to be really close. It might seem like I run way too hot, but you know, it's one of those things where that's what it looks like. All right, total 4 stars, 198. What if I hit the sell all button? How would you feel about that? I think I worry some of you when I pull that up just to look at the totals. 6920 total hero points and 3327 CP. I want to make a note of that because when we add in all these, I'd like to see what our rewards jumped up to. Let's do it. We're going to add in all of our champion level rewards. Hey, I finally remembered. Let's stop. Let's do this. We are at shield rank 187, closing in on 188, which I think we're going to get. So before that even happens, let's do this. And there we go. I had 2 shield ranks ready to collect 195,000 ISO. I don't need the ISO, but it's nice to get that cleared off, kind of celebrate the leveling up again toward 200. And let's continue here. Bunch of Rocket and Groot, as you know. Purchase these covers with shards. 358. He's going to cross 360 big time. Legendary token back. I say he, I know it's a duo. All right, level 362 on Rocket and Groot. Only 4 more levels until they are completely maxed out. Drax. Guys, the rewards are going to fly by pretty quickly here. I just want to get this all going as fast as possible so we can get into the 5-star character leveling. We are going to champion Iceman finally after all this time, sitting at 12 covers. Let's see how high we get Spidey 2099 raised up to 279. Wow, that's great. Next level is 280 for a legendary token. We're going to get a bunch of legendaries from these champ levels. check it out. The next reward from Chavez is the 5-star Jessica Jones. And up to level 353. Cool. Valkyrie eventually earns 4-star Thor covers. That's why I need to keep Shuri ahead of her so I get more Okoye covers compared to Thor. Legendary from Ghost Rider. So I made a note of where our command points were before we got into these champion rewards, and of course we were completely out of legendary tokens, so all of these adding up will build that process up again. We did make shield rank 188. Only one Iceman 4-star throughout the whole night. Bishop crossed over 300. There was a legendary in there. I flew past it pretty quickly. Ran above average on Mysterio and Carnage. Characters into the 300 levels, they earn a lot of command points back for you, which is so good. Just one Shuri through the whole evening, and we could have gotten one more for a legendary back. There we go. Peggy earned a 5-star Civil War Captain America. She's been waiting to earn that for a long time. We also will get a 5-star soon from, there we go, legendary from Spider-Gwen. We'll get a, there it is, Infinity War cap from Bucky here. I'll take that. More 5-stars to add in. We'll also get a 5-star from Vulture here pretty soon. I wish Moon Knight was a feeder. If he was, I don't know who he would be feeding a 5-star cover for. One more level on ME. Hulk will be a Loki. Surprised we only got one of him and, 4, 5, or 6 of these other characters. Cyclops hits level 350. Man, that's awesome. Domino, 290. And a bunch more levels. As you saw, she ran hot. Is this too loud? No, it's probably okay, I think. Elektra with the legendary. We're going to have a decent stack back here with Deadpool earning one at level 360 and beyond. Wow. Worthy cap, 277. Looks like 3 Wiccan on the night. A whole bunch of Blade there for a little bit. Can he hit 360? Nope, not quite. 358 is pretty big deal for him. Captain Carol hits 364, 365. Wow. The only thing I don't like that I used to look at a lot is the actual character health is not until you look at the stats and more page, and then it's down there. 27,500 health on Carol. Very cool. All right, 4-star Professor X, couple levels. Quake hits the 340. Got a bunch of Star-Lord recently. And Spidey, 363. Our hero points is really moving up well. Only one Spider-Woman. Legendary from Thor. Miles and Coulson move up a notch. Nico. We're going to do the 5-stars next, guys. I know this takes forever. Nebula. Double check my time. I'm taking too long like usual. Got a good run on Juggernaut, didn't we? 287. I'm going to look at his health now. 23,700 health already, and he's still under level 290. That's great. Force Wolverine takes a few. Let's look at Lockjaw. Gets a legendary next. Just one Black Cat, one Sabretooth tonight. Same with Thing. But I wanted so much more Craven, and we got 3 levels. That's great. Kind of kidding there, although I like to say I don't hate him as much as some people do. Nick Fury, Invisible Woman. Panther. He's got a good amount of health now. 28,000. Very nice. Emma Frost, good for champion rewards. Let's see. Nightcrawler, 8 command points. Can't quite see what we're going to get there. There we go. Up to level 357. Yondu. Mockingbird hits the legendary as well. Curious to see what total we're getting back up to with legendaries. Ooh, I didn't mean to add that for Medusa, but I did it. And there we go. This is the first time I've ever leveled up a 4-star character to maximum level of 370. I was going to wait on that for make sure I could do the right colors, but with as hot as we ran on her colors, that's fine. We can now train up her duplicate, and the dupe is at 452. Just needed her purple. I don't think we got her purple. Let's go down to Gwenpool here. It'll come eventually. If we don't get it naturally, we'll also have a chance to get it from Kamala Khan, so not too worried about how that works. Let's go down to, I guess we got Vulture to go. Look at this. Vulture earns the 5-star Peter Parker cover. Or, yeah, it was, right? Wasn't it? I think it was. Went by pretty quickly. Namor. Ant-Man, we're almost done with the 4 stars. Talos, Venom, and there's our extra Medusas. We'll save those covers on our dupe and wait it out. 4 stars are done. Let's take a look at the 5s. Here we go. Let's add in the characters that we got just from champion levels. There's this 5-star Peter Parker that we just got from Vulture. Finally hits level 452. 53,000 health. Very cool. Infinity War Captain America goes to 454. And Civil War Cap gets the legendary for finally, after forever in the game, finally hitting 451 for the first legendary reward. And Jessica Jones hits level 470. I'm hoping that expands my matchmaking a little bit. Okay, so we have all of our draws that we got here naturally. Let's see. Once again, it's 36, right? Yes, that's right. I'm not going to do it from this screen. Let's go to their 5-star character screen and do things there. So let's start with Carnage. We can add in his covers here, right? Where do we do that now? Isn't that interesting? I thought we could do it right from this screen. Apparently, you're wanting to do it from here? No? Well, I guess we're going to have to do it from here and recruit the guy and just pay for the roster slot. Come on, Rick. I'm a little overly excited. Okay, so we got Carnage. Let's train him up. We did get 5 covers in green. For some reason, I was thinking we had less than 5. So now you can just click on the powers, and of course, 5 in green, 5 in red, and just the 1 black. So he's kind of stuck there for a little bit. I'm not going to set him as my target hero, and I'm not going to spend 720 command points to build him up. No problem at all. We'll wait to work on him, but I will. You know what? Let's save these covers that way, and let's do it. Let's level him up. It's 400 and about 50,000 ISO to do that. Boom, level 420, and he is now already at 53,000 health. Awesome. Cool. Looking forward to get him played. Let's now train up Iceman's missing blue cover. Fantastic. Now we can level him up with 52,600. And, right. I thought it was going to be different than that. Let me double check. Level 450, we can promote him to a champion, and there we go. Legendary token plus the saved covers. Let's do it. He hits level 463, automatically one of my strongest characters on my entire roster. Very cool. All right, so Professor X, we need to train him up. 3 in blue, 5 in purple as you know, and just the 2 black. So we have the 501 shards, and so here's what we need to do. I mean, we're stopping for now. We're going to come back and do more draws, but I can spend the shards whenever I want. Do I do it now on the black? Or do I draw more? Maybe we get the black, maybe we get 2 black in a row, and you know, where do you prioritize your build for him, right? That's what you got to be careful of. And so I think we're gonna wait on that. I'll level him up. Might as well save those covers, of course. With 376,400 ISO. Boom, there we go, level 405, Professor X, very cool. Okay, so we are going to do more draws later in a separate video, but for right now we're going to pause on that and take a look at our totals, and we'll be back for more draws later. We are already back up to 17 latest legendary tokens. We are up to 3885 command points from everything we earned back. Cool. That means we made 12,350 hero points from our champion level rewards that we went into this process, and may have made about 558 command points. I'll need to double check that, but that looks like the totals we earned that way. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all the viewer luck as we went in through these total Hoard Pull. We have a lot more draws to do. We'll do it again soon. We have a brand new champion, Iceman, that will get him into action. We'll play Professor X soon, and we're going to just have to end it there. Have a good night. Please hit the button that you see on the left side for the MPQ icon to become a subscriber if you're not already. Thanks for playing along and having a lot of fun with us. See you next time. Have a good one.